Hey everyone, welcome to the Roto Grinders Morning Grind podcast. I'm your host, Stevie TPFL. It's January, it's 30th of January. It's 2017. It's a 5-game slate. It's actually a 6-game slate, but one's a makeup game and it's not on the main slate. So we're only going to talk the 5 games here for tonight. It's ugly slate. And CJ, how you doing, buddy?
It's good to be back. At least doing the pod. It's good to be back doing the pod. The final went about as horrible as you could do. It didn't help that the next game, all those my 3 duds who scored under 10 points, they put up a combined 85 more points than they did on Friday. Thanks, Schroeder, Temple, and Ryan Anderson. Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh, I know. Anderson on Sunday. Whew.
42. It's on Sunday. 42 minutes on Friday.
Yeah,
I've never seen someone do so bad on a basketball court for 42 minutes.
So, any fun stories for the final?
No, actually, a buddy of mine took me to one of those old, prohibition style bars. It was pretty cool. There's no signage or anything. You got to sneak and go in through a back door. That was kind of cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Golden Gate Bridge. Got to see Steph Curry go bananas live. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
Because I was there, I roshed him at 2%. So then that corresponded to a nice DFS night. So yeah, it was a nice trip. Wish the event had gone better, but you know what? You can't win them all. And honestly, I think I would throw the same lineup out there if I was playing the same slate tomorrow. So no complaints.
Yeah, man, you just gotta be happy with your lineup at the end of the day. 20th or first, at the end of the day when you hit submit, you have to be happy. And it sounds like you were happy with your lineup. And you made some pivots with Kelly Olynyk instead of Hernan Gomez, and it worked out. And it just you needed those guys. It was just one game too early, and that happens. And
Kelly Olynyk, and Kelly Olynyk too. Just I forgot about him. He went off in the first half, and the Celtics were up 40, so they just didn't play him. Those are the type of things that happen. It's one day. Anyone can win on a one-day slate. So, not saying getting the guy who won had James Harden unowned. You deserve to win, but you get James Harden at 5%.
He was so low on that night too.
Yeah, it was an awesome final type play. It worked, but you always like to do better. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. As long as you're had a good time, and the one thing I would love to see a multi-day live final. I know we had it with DraftKings football 2 years ago, year ago, and it wasn't this past season, but the season before that where they did the one day and then the top 10 came back for the second day, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, what they should do, it'd be really sick if they did a Friday Saturday final for basketball. So it's just 2 days, best of 2 days, Friday and Saturday. You roll it out twice.
People don't want to admit it, but basketball has a lot of variance, and people say it's the most predictable sport. You can predict matchups, you can project pace, you can project scores, you can project all this stuff. But at the end of the day, all that matters is who's playing and who's not. And
the strategy of the second day would just be awesome, and
right? That's what I'm saying.
So much fun. It'd just be all right, so you're down 50 points. What are you gonna do?
I didn't get to do a pod on Friday. My internet crapped the bed. Hey, Fantasy Draft, if you're listening, this is a great idea to do something different. Just saying. Not, Steve.
Have we talked about Fantasy Draft yet?
No, man. Like I said, didn't have the pod on Friday. You and I played a lot on Fantasy Aces. We both have big checks from them. It's sad to see them go. I will say that. Trent's a great guy. Brian's a great guy. The whole family is great. And sad to see them go. Big move by Fantasy Draft. Big move.
Their poker faces are amazing. I know they listen to this pod, and their CEO Steve. Steve, never playing poker with you, buddy. Because we were down in Nashville as this week. This was coming out, and we were talking about what's Aces gonna do, and he's just sitting there, staring there, laughing, just straight face. Did not see that one coming.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was beautiful acting. It caught me so I was Fantasy Draft. I was just with them for 4 days. What are you talking about? The Aces website popped by Fantasy Draft.
All right. Well, let's move on to the slate. Like I said, it's 5 games. We don't have lines for 3 of these games yet. A lot of injury news. And the thing is, so there's a 7:30 game, and a lot of the injury news is in that 8:30 games. So Yeah, here we go. Fun slate. Brooklyn at Miami, 216.5 total here. Miami favored by 10 in this game. Hollis Jefferson is questionable. Harris is already ruled out on the Brooklyn side. And then on the Miami side, Tyler Johnson probable to return in this game. Was really close the other night, and this is looking like he is going to return. We have a team in Miami that plays at a pretty slow pace. This is a massive pace-up game for them. Highest pace-up game projected on the slate for any team. Let's start with Miami. Tyler Johnson coming back. What can we look at here?
Boy, I Dragic, but like
Dragic has to be one of the top players, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then if Hassan Whiteside is still going to kind of be limited and playing 30-ish minutes, like I'm not sure if he's going to like kind of stay there for a while. I know he's still fighting through that ankle. Like James Johnson, under 6K, I think I have interest in. But other than that, it's kind of like they're all priced up, right, from when they were all shorthanded. And now they're all back. Plus, they've been giving Okaro White some minutes. And the situation kind of feels like a stay away.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if we get a report on Tyler Johnson's minutes. If we get
even if he plays 20, Stevie, even if he plays 20, it's gonna mess like that's gonna be like 5 minutes from Dragic or 7 minutes from Dragic, like 6 from Waiters and 6 from Wayne Ellington, and it kind of just makes them all not worth it.
I'm more interested in Tyler Johnson at 5K on DK. We get news that he's going to play his normal 25 to 30 minutes. 5K.
Blowout potential. I guess my concern would be that he probably wouldn't play all those blowout minutes, right? Like he normally would.
No chance. There's no chance he would play those minutes.
You know, Stevie, like this is such an appealing game, and there's going to be a bunch of. I mean, Brooklyn's going to rest some guys. We have no idea which ones, but like they're going to, and it's just like that's where the plays are in this game. I think.
I don't mind James Johnson. He's going to lose some usage on that second unit with Tyler Johnson coming back, but he's still a guy that he's going to end up playing some point guard with that second unit. He's been doing it a lot. Even with Tyler Johnson back, I still think that happens. 5,800 is favorable. I like the Dragon. He's probably my top play from Miami.
Man, this would be such a sick like meta game if you just fade the entire game. I could from Miami side, I can really see myself going down that road. I think there's some other interesting spots I'd rather attack, to be honest.
All right. Looking at the Brooklyn side, like you mentioned, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Miami, a team that only allows the 9th most fantasy points, so not a great matchup for Brooklyn. Brook Lopez, let's just talk about him for a second. DraftKings doesn't like this guy, and until he's over 7K, we just continue to play him, right? Like he's just the ultimate tournament play every night.
And no one ever rosters him.
Ever.
It's like people are just like allergic to Brook Lopez. Like as soon as he starts to get popular, he throws a 20, and then it's just like people are off the scent for another week. Now, could this be a 20 spot?
Sure.
I guess, but like, okay, so this is my issue, right? And so this is the game Hassan Whiteside got hurt in. This game just happened.
Yep.
Who is going to cover Brook Lopez? It almost would not be surprising to me if Hassan Whiteside ankle flares up, and I'm saying this in quotation marks, flares up, because he's kind of worthless in this matchup.
No, and
I mean, not like he's worthless, but like just in terms of like defensively, he can't cover Brook Lopez, and like sure he can do things in the offensive end if he was healthy, but he's not 100%. It's kind of like this would kind of be a nice game to kind of let him take off and let James Johnson and Willie Reed play the 5, you know?
No, I don't disagree with that. We would love Willie Reed if that happens, by the way, if Whiteside does get scratched. God, Brook Lopez, 40 fantasy points or more in 5 of his last 6 games at 6,500. It's just ridiculous. Just play him in tournaments every night. Outside of Brook Lopez, there's no great matchup here for any of these guys. Is there any guy that you're willing to take a shot on?
It really just depends which one plays. So, like, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson is questionable. He experienced soreness in the ankle. That sounds like a clue that he's going to be out. Joe Harris, I think, is still out.
He's already ruled out. He's
been ruled out. So then that kind of would open up some minutes for Kilpatrick, Bojan, LaVertical. I don't know why I say LaVertical. Freaking Mike Gallagher photo almost got me saying LaVertical.
What about Dinwiddie? Over 20 in 3 of his last 4?
Problem was Isaiah Whitehead just went off today. I think it was today.
No, it was Saturday.
Like
he's had over 20 in 3 of his last 4 too, by the way.
I
They're both under. They're both under 4K. Like they're both cheap. Like they're worth tournament plays.
Are you just gonna play this roulette wheel, or are you gonna play a guy like, for example, Yogi Ferrell, who's 3,500, and gonna play massive minutes?
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there.
That's what I'm just saying. Like in the end of the day, I don't think we're gonna end up playing any of these guys.
All right, let's move on then. We got Detroit at Boston. No line in this game. Obviously, we're waiting on the news about Al Horford. Avery Bradley, they had ruled him out till today, so we'll have to see. Morning shoot around. Ira beat Heat or something like that. It's really close to that. One of the best beat writers in the NBA, so we should have that news early on Monday, whether he expects to play this game or not. Or not Ira. God, why did I say Ira?
You're thinking of the there's a couple good Boston guys. There's
he made fun of me the other day for playing Jeff Green. Straight up. The Boston beat writer did.
Jay King?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. It happened whenever Magic and Boston played.
Oh, Friday. You mean the game where we completely destroyed your souls?
Yeah, well, it doesn't take much. I was shocked to beat Toronto.
Jaylen Brown turned into a good player.
Oh, man, why can't I find it?
I think it's Jay King. Hold on.
Anyway, the beat writers for Boston, solid. Very solid guys. We should get this news. Oh, Mark DeMarco.
Oh, yeah, he's good, too. Yeah, there's a bunch of good Boston guys.
He made fun of me. He made fun of me for liking Jeff Green.
Stevie, we all made fun of you for liking Jeff Green.
Hey, what did he do tonight against Toronto? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, did he actually do things today?
He did.
I should have played him over CJ Miles.
Well, we should have played everybody over CJ Miles. But anyway, all right, let's get back on topic.
It's a 5-game slate, Stevie. We have time to ramble.
Oh, it's Jeff Green, by the way, 27 fantasy points, point per minute. All right. So we're waiting on the Avery Bradley news. Avery Bradley actually means a lot for me in this game because if Avery Bradley plays, I don't like KCP. But if Avery Bradley's out, I like KCP a lot in this game. Pace up spot for Detroit. We have a Boston team that definitely plays faster than Detroit. So it's an interesting spot for KCP if we get news that Bradley's out. Is there anything else on the Detroit side, though?
Can we talk about this game like twice? Can we do once if Avery Bradley's in and once if he's out? Because I think it like literally changes the entire slate in terms of how it's played.
Yeah, it changes a lot.
I think let's talk about let's assume he's in. Let's just we're analyzing this game as if he's in. So no KCP. I like Drummond against the Celtics. Now power forwards against the Celtics have suddenly just kind of like been terrible lately. And it kind of corresponds to when they started Jerebko at the 4. I'm kind of surprised in why it's working. I haven't had a chance to work at the tape, but Ibaka busted, and then Jabari busted the next night. Now, Jabari on back-to-backs has always been a problem, so it could have just been that, but I'm going to at least go look at the tape. But Andre Drummond, of course, just went off. And if Horford's out, he's going to go off in this spot, I'd like him. But that would be it for Detroit. If, again, Bradley's in. We're talking about Bradley in. All
right, Bradley out. Stay with
hold on, because we got to talk about the Celtics if Bradley's in.
All right,
it completely changes the Celtics.
Bradley in, Boston Celtics, go.
If Horford's out, you play Kelly Olynyk or Amir Johnson or Jerebko. You can kind of put – they're all in play. You can't play Crowder. You can't play Jaylen Brown, and you can't play Isaiah Thomas.
If Bradley's in.
In.
Correct. Bradley out. We'll start with Detroit.
If Bradley's in, you can play him too. He's 5,600.
We have to see what his minutes are going to be. We need.
Brad Stevens doesn't do the whole limit minutes thing.
He's not going to play him unless he's right back.
He's maybe 28, but 5,600. Guess what? I'll play Avery Bradley at 28 minutes at 5,600 against Detroit.
Yeah, because they should put KCP on Isaiah, right?
You would hope so.
You would think so. That's the only reason that I can think Isaiah hasn't really excelled against Boston this year or against Detroit.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, I haven't looked at the video, but I can't imagine that's not what it is.
He's averaging under 40 points per game in 2 games against this team this year.
I'm sure it's what it is. It makes too much sense for it not to be.
Bradley out, Detroit, KCP definitely in play for me, and I like Reggie Jackson as well if Avery Bradley's out.
Yep. For the Celtics, I will play. Now, if I'm assuming Horford's out, I know that they were he was probable for Milwaukee, then didn't travel, and I just, I don't know. I have a sneaky feeling he's going to sit out this game as well here on the Monday because the Celtics don't play again until Thursday, I think.
And there's no reason to rush him back. None whatsoever.
Let me just pull it back. Like the Celtics are now the 2 seed in the East.
Yep.
Which is shocking if you think about that. Like it wasn't very long ago; they were 4 or 5 games back. But after this game, the Celtics don't play again. Oh, they have a must-win game against Toronto. Yeah, I would be floored if he played.
I'd be shocked if Bradley plays too. With that being said.
Yeah, actually, like I think that basically kind of tells me they're out, right?
Yeah, no line yet in this game. I'm kind of
all right. So assuming that we're doing the they're out game at this point, again, Kelly Olynyk, Amir Johnson, Jerebko.
None of those guys are in play if Horford plays, for what it's worth.
Right. I think I'd lean more towards Amir. They're going to kind of need the physical body to take on Drummond.
Amir Johnson on Drummond. Oh God.
What? Now you understand why I was touting Drummond?
Yeah.
But I think Amir Johnson would get the first crack at it, and then it could actually even almost turn. Like it might be Tyler Zeller who gets the second crack. Like neither are very good scenarios. So I do like Drummond, but
both these guys out.
But I like Jaylen Brown.
I was gonna say both these guys out. Jaylen Brown lock and load.
Yeah, he's 3,600 over here on FanDuel. He played 28 minutes. Didn't play the overtime, which I thought was surprising. Brad Stevens closed with him and then didn't play with him in the overtime. So those minutes are pure regulation minutes. But if he's going to, look, we saw in the Houston game, right? Like what his downside is that he plays awful. But I think the Celtics want to get him in the rotation. Like in the playoffs, having the ability to have another guy that can defend and switch is going to be super valuable. And I think that you're going to see his minutes kind of creep up as we kind of keep moving throughout the season. But in the situation, Bradley being out, he'll start 3,600. He might go play 15 minutes, but he might play 35. I think that's kind of his window. And for 3,600, you got to take that shot. I don't think he'd be super popular because people have seen the variance, and I'll just embrace that variance.
Yeah, I think Boston finally did the right move by letting this guy play over Gerald Green. Gerald Green stinks.
Yeah, and again, too, so now if we're talking about Avery Bradley being out, we definitely will see KCP and Isaiah Thomas, and I'm playing Jaylen Brown and Jay Crowder probably across the board.
Yeah, and I guess I don't even mind Marcus Smart in that situation, too.
Marcus Smart is bad.
I know, but his price has come down. It's at $5,500.
He's just bad, Steve. He can't shoot.
I know. I don't disagree. I think Avery Bradley out, KCP guarding Isaiah. I think Jay Crowder is probably one of the safest plays on the entire slate.
6,100 on DraftKings, too. People will just be so scared, but I just think you'd have to.
Yeah. All right.
Even 6,300 on FanDuel. I like that price, too.
Orlando at Minnesota. Evan Fournier is super close. I follow the beat writers for Orlando pretty closely. Evan Fournier is really close. I'd be shocked if he doesn't play in this game. I think they sat him out on the first half of the back-to-back to get him in the second half of the back-to-back in this game. It's a huge, not huge, but really solid pace-up game for the Magic. I guess actually they played around the same pace. God, I thought Minnesota played faster. Either way, we'll start with Orlando here, coming off of a win against Toronto, traveling to Minnesota. Any interest in any of the Magic guys?
Vooch. Towns is literally the worst defensive center in the league.
What did Vooch end up minutes-wise, though? Did he play? Because I know he had a massive
he was going off, but it's the starting center against freaking Towns. You can't overthink it. At 6,400?
Oh, he only played 33 minutes. That's fine.
You just can't you got to play him. Like, maybe not go all in because it's a back-to-back, but it's just a play you're going to have.
Yeah, he had 4 blocks in the game. That's why.
This is a good fantasy draft night, too, where you can play all these centers.
Yeah, definitely like Vooch. Ibaka's minutes have been all over the place. I'm not playing him right now. His spot in the rotation just doesn't seem safe. If Fournier's out again, which would really shock me, DJ Augustine is really cheap, coming off of a really solid game. He's going to continue to get minutes at the 2.
And what about Jeff Green?
If Fournier's out, sure.
Oh my God! Don't play Jeff Green. He's bad.
I like Augustine more than Jeff Green for what it's worth. Cheaper price tag. Augustine played 29 minutes on Sunday, so he's
fine. I'm not in love with him. He's fine.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on Fournier, to be honest. Fournier comes back. Really, I'm not going to have a lot of interest in the Magic guys.
Yeah, just be Vooch.
Aaron Gordon, 5,200. There's always upside with Aaron Gordon at 5,200.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Looking at the Minnesota side of things, God, Rubio's expensive, but man, we love point guards against Elfrid Payton.
The guy that I like, and I'm not going to take credit for this. This was brought up to me by a super sharp player at the Warriors game. Definitely not an original CJ idea, but I'm going to piggyback off of him. Shabazz Muhammad has quietly started playing some big minutes here for the Timberwolves. 3,800, shooting guard, small forward. He's been kind of stealing minutes now for a week and a half, and if he's going to play 27-plus minutes at that price against the Magic, yes.
He made me so much money Friday night or Saturday night. Was it Saturday night they played Brooklyn?
Yeah, it was Saturday night. And
I was sending you the screenshots.
Yeah, you were. And I was like, man, I wish I had known this guy existed. He would have been so much better than my Jamal Crawford play.
Oh, my God. He was 3,500. And I was like, if they blow out Brooklyn, he's going to get minutes.
I totally missed the boat. Totally was not on board. Totally never saw it coming. Just never. I'm not missing the boat now. I'll tell you that one.
Outside of those two guys, like Wiggins, he's priced right. Cat is really expensive. Levine is priced right. Gorgie Dang
is Cat priced right though? Is he?
No, he's expensive, but like on this slate, he's like doable.
Isn't he kind of like? Isn't he turning into a boogie? Like 20-something plus shots, 38 plus minutes. Like
the problem is we're going to talk about the next game, and we already have injury news in the next game. So like.
You can fit him in.
Are you going to play Cat and those two guys? That's the problem.
The problem is that team plays so slow. But I see your point.
You know what I mean though. Like
I just never play Cat. Like I have a problem. Like I just never click his name, and I feel like it's just maybe now I'm just overcompensating and trying to force him in there. But he's good. He's very good at basketball.
He's good. Like he's a tournament play every night. He has 60-point upside every night, and he's gone over 60 in what 3 of the last 5 games, and a 58 in one of those other ones. So like the upside at 10K is or 10-8 is it's there. Does the Magic keep this game close on a back-to-back after beating Toronto in Toronto? That's my problem. Like,
yeah, that's a fair point.
That's really it for me. I like the Shabazz call. I'm definitely going to have exposure to him. Like I said, I don't mind DJ Augustine if Fournier's out again.
Yep, I think that's all. That's definitely makes a lot of sense.
Cleveland at Dallas. No line in this game, which is kind of shocking.
Shocking because they already rolled him out.
Yeah, Kevin Love out for this game. Darren Williams already ruled out for this game as well. Andrew Bogut left the game on Sunday with a groin or hamstring injury, and I would probably put him more on the doubtful side for this game.
And it's Dirk, and we don't know what he's doing on back-to-back.
Dirk on a back-to-back. Has he played a back-to-back?
Now we know why the line's not out.
He played a back-to-back not too long ago.
Yeah, I know. He did. He played 25 minutes. He played 29 and 25. And interestingly, what did he play tonight?
I can pull it up. I have him on like almost every team I build.
My model was like in love with him, and I'm just staring at him. It's like, really?
He has like really good, for what it's worth, for like future reference, he has really good numbers against LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, it made sense. I played him on a couple and just was like, I couldn't. He only played 28 minutes tonight. So like
28, yeah.
He could play 28 tomorrow.
We'll talk about that. Let's start with the Cleveland side. I got the usages pulled up here. No Kevin Love on the floor. LeBron has a 30% usage. Kyrie has a 31% usage. LeBron averages 1.48 or 1.42 minutes or fantasy points per minute. 1.2 for Kyrie. Neither one of these guys.
Sorry, I don't want me to interrupt you. Did you take JR off the floor?
Yeah.
It probably goes up if you take up JR off the floor.
Let me do that real quick. I had just taken Love off.
I know. That's the thing with court IQ, too, guys. You got to remember, that JR is going to definitely affect these numbers.
LeBron's usage actually is 4% lower without Kevin Love, but he averages more fantasy points per minute.
You mean without J.R. Smith?
Without Love and Smith.
But he averages more fantasy points per minute.
But
he's running more point, basically.
Kyrie, he averages more fantasy points per minute. Those two guys, the other big bump fantasy points per minute wise, averaging about fantasy points per game more per 36 is Shumpert. Tristan Thompson actually goes down without Kevin Love.
Interestingly. So is Jared okay, Iman Shumpert's not going to keep making jump shots forever, right?
I'm going to continue to play him until he starts missing. He shot really bad against Brooklyn the other night. I know that because I had him in lineups.
Man, I could definitely talk myself. So this is a good situation. Let's talk. Is now Iman Shumpert's probably going to be the chalk option here at shooting guard at 41 on DraftKings, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
I would much rather play Jaylen Brown if Bradley's out or Shabazz, every time.
Yeah.
But in the same vein, I want to play whichever one of those three is going to be the lowest owned is the guy I want because I think they're basically the same.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I like the discount from Shumpert to Shabazz. Yeah, we know he's going to get the minutes.
And it's kind of like if this game blows out, right? Shumpert's not going to be on the floor, whereas even some of the guys we're about to talk about, they'll be on the floor. So
the problem is we need to talk about the Dallas side here in a second. Let's not skip the lead here. LeBron and Kyrie are both elite plays with no Kevin Love tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you're going to hear anyone in the industry say they're not.
You can fade everybody else from Cleveland if you want.
I plan on it.
Tristan Thompson might be that guy, but he averages 2 fantasy points per game less without Kevin Love, with usage going up.
Channing Frye will be super popular too, and it's not exactly a good matchup for him either on the floor. If Dirk plays, I probably would play Frye a little bit.
All depends on Frye's minutes. He averages right around a fantasy point per minute without Love with those other guys on the floor. So it's just I don't see Frye playing 25, 30 minutes.
Well, if Dirk's playing, he will.
Yeah, I guess.
He has to. Who else are they going to play?
Well, they could play, what's his name? Old man, Jefferson.
At the 4? Against,
they play him at the 4 all the time.
Yeah, against small 4s like Harrison Barnes. They're not going to play him at the
Jefferson can guard Dirk.
What? No.
For what it's worth, I'm a huge Dirk fan.
Yeah, you're just trying to find ways to get Dirk in all your lineups tomorrow, 5,100. I know what you're trying to do here.
He went down. He was 55 yesterday. He went down. All right, let's talk about this Dallas team. Back to back, we know Darren Williams out. If Bogut doesn't play, I just don't see a way, unless they're going to punt this game, that Dirk doesn't play this game.
Repeat after me. I will not play Dwight Powell.
Yeah, don't do that.
He was 20-something% last time this happened. I will not – listeners, if you play Dwight Powell, repeat after me. I will not play Dwight Powell. I'm leaving you a pause. You can say it physically out loud. Get your brain into the mode. Do not play Dwight Powell. I don't care how many of these guys sit. Do not play Dwight Powell.
Oh, man, so many other options. All right, Seth Curry, 5,100 against Cleveland. Tougher matchup, but he's going to play a ton of minutes. We know Wesley Matthews, Harrison Barnes, they're both going to play a ton of minutes. And Yogi Ferrell, coming off of a game where he played 36 minutes on Sunday. With Darren Williams out, we know J.J. Barea is out until after the break. Ferrell's probably one of the top value plays on the board.
Yeah, are they going to get Devin Harris off this minutes limit at some point?
On a back-to-back? I doubt it, right? If it wasn't a back-to-back, sure, I could see that. But, why would they just suddenly lose the minutes limit on a back-to-back?
I mean, okay, let's if Dirk's out, Bogut's out, that's 36 minutes they have to get reapportioned.
Oh God, Justin Anderson at that point. Justin Anderson and Finney Smith. DFS maybe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They have other options. They don't need Harris to play 30 minutes.
Oh God, I can see Powell's gonna be 15% owned again.
You just fade him.
Oh, of course you do.
Fade him. You play Channing Frye before you play Powell.
Yeah, this has got stars and scrubs written all over it, except there really aren't that many stars to pay up for other than the Cleveland guys.
Yeah, there's solid. We have obviously this is our first look too, so we haven't even begun to build lineups. We don't do that until later in the day. You could probably look at fitting a LeBron, Kyrie, and Cat lineup together with all this value.
Yeah, or you can stack the late game if you want to get contrarian.
All right, let's talk about that late game. Nothing else on Dallas, right? We covered all the value.
Everyone on Dallas is in play that actually plays over 20 minutes, i.e. not Dwight Powell.
Not Devin Harris.
Yeah.
We can't play Devin Harris until his minutes go up, guys. Memphis at Phoenix. We have a 208.5 total here. Memphis favored by 3.5. JaMychal Green questionable here. The thing about JaMychal Green being questionable is what can I think of his name? Brandon Wright from Memphis is supposed to make his season debut tonight, so be careful with that whole situation. I don't expect Brandon Wright to play a bunch of minutes in this game, but Brandon Wright is back in the NBA for what it's worth.
He's still questionable for this game.
He's probable. Brandon Wright is probable.
He's questionable. I'm staring at the Grizzlies PR injury report.
Brandon Wright is slated to make his season debut on Monday.
According to who?
Tim McCollin of ESPN.com.
Wow, that's great. All I know is he's officially questionable. So
either way. So we'll have to pay attention.
Wait, who is that? What's his name again? Brandon Wright.
Yeah.
He'll play like 5-10 minutes either way. Like
he's not going to play. Yeah, like Zebo's still in play if Green's out. Not very the lead. Marc Gasol. God, why won't they price him up?
I don't know.
We'll start with the Memphis side here. Obviously, Memphis, a team that plays at a slower pace, and Phoenix plays at a higher pace. This game's in Phoenix. They should be able to control the pace in this game somewhat. Nice pace up game for Memphis. Man, there's a lot of options in this game for such a 5-game slate.
Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen.
I don't know too much about Tony Allen.
It depends if like these other guys actually play. Like
the problem with Tony Allen, he's 47. We just talked about all those Dallas guys in the 3000s.
Yeah, I would need like Troy Daniels to get hurt again in warm-ups or something. Like if all those wings are healthy, you can't do it. But like if you get in a situation where Memphis suddenly gets short again on the bench and he's gonna have to play 30+, I like him a lot.
Parsons sat Saturday, so he should play tonight. Like
I guess they probably won't get short. Just hypothetically, if they get short. It's Memphis. Who the hell knows?
Oh, man, Chandler Parsons is so tempting.
No. Why?
Because he's going to play 20 minutes at 3,200 against Phoenix.
And Jaylen Brown is going to play like 28 to 30.
I know, but Jaylen Brown's going to be 60%. Or he probably – no, I lied. I know. I had to think about –
People hate that kid.
They do.
Hate that kid. I'm going to get made fun of so much on Twitter. Like, why are you talking about Jaylen Brown again?
And then you're going to retweet them all. Anybody else from Memphis?
Anybody else from Memphis? No, but I really like this game stack. Like I kind of led with I think it's a really sneaky game stack. It's a pretty solid total here, 208. It could go up there too. Like it can get to 210, 215, and these Grizzlies aren't priced up in a game. They're not priced as guys that are playing at a 215 total.
We need to talk about game stacking here in just a second. We'll finish up with the Phoenix side before I need to say something before. Yeah. Anyway, the Phoenix side, it's a tough matchup against Memphis, but we've been playing shooting guards against Memphis a lot lately. Devin Booker is such a great tournament play here.
So is Brandon Knight, 4K. Like his minutes disappeared last game, but before that he played 29, 22, 24. And then that last game,
1 for 8 against Denver. He just shot the ball bad.
Yeah, no, and I'm not going to just immediately jump off of him. You know, I'd much rather play him than Iman Shumpert. But Devin Booker and Bledsoe are definitely the lead plays here. I think they're both good options. Bledsoe at 9K might be just like pushing it a little bit, but again, money on this slate probably not much of an object. So, pay up, be contrarian, and with those value plays.
I don't disagree with that. All right. What I wanted to mention here, if you guys use the lineup builder here at RotoGrinders over the past week, they instituted something new. If you click where it says rules on the lineup builder, you can set your max players for each team now. So
it's live?
It is live, dude. It is live. It's so great.
Are you sure it's live and not just hidden for us?
No, I'm positive. I talked to Nick yesterday. So super pumped about this. You can set where you want your min max from each team. So let's say you want just throwing a number out there. Like if you want one guy from the Spurs, you can set one guy from the Spurs. If you want 3 guys from Houston, you can put 3 guys to Houston. And so if you use the lineup builder, make sure you guys check out that new rules section. CJ, this is something that we've been wanting for a long time, and it's really nice that it's up.
Yeah, it's definitely been in beta for a week or so. That's why I said, "Are you sure it's not hidden?"
Yeah,
not that RG was hiding the product, right? They were beta testing it.
Of course. Well, we have to test stuff before we.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, no, I think this is obviously awesome. Yeah, you check out the new rules section. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm pumped. So I wanted to mention that before we got into our game. If you guys do use the lineup builder, make sure you guys are checking that out. It's really awesome. Great work, dev team. You guys have been absolutely just murdering it, and you guys definitely earned the FSTA award for best tool on the market. So great job. Let's play our game, CJ. It's a fun slate for this. 6x, 7x bust over 8K at 5x, and the 3K crapper that can go 7x. I went 3 for 3 the other day, by the way. Didn't get my bonus, but I went 3 for 3 on the 3-man pod on Wednesday.
I noticed that you do well when they don't veto your picks. Like
no, they veto my pick twice. What are you talking about? Wednesday's pod, they vetoed my picks twice.
So I
didn't use my veto. But
you gotta use the veto. Like, come on.
I still beat them. Didn't need the veto. I crushed them. But anyway,
come on, SBK and Dodo. You gotta start treating us better, my friend. We gotta beat Stevie. We cannot let Stevie win.
Yeah, don't let Stevie win. All right, I'll let you go first here. Open board, and the 3K guy will be last, and it's my turn to pick that first, and there's no veto on that. You went first last time.
Okay, that's fine. So I go first with 6x, 7x, and what is it? And then the bust of 5x over 8K, right?
Right.
It's only like, all right. Well, let me get the bust out of the way first. Let's go with Isaiah Thomas at 9,400.
That's not a bad idea, my friend. I am going to veto that, actually.
That's fine. I will then move to.
It's hard to let you have that. We know KCP is going to guard him.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get away with that, but I was going to try. Let me go with. Man, if I take Eric Bledsoe, you're just done. You're drawing dead. Yeah, let me take Eric Bledsoe. I don't think he's going to bust, but he's the most likely of these guys to bust.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there's so many options for this. My 6X guy is going to be. See, I don't know if he's going to play.
That's normally a problem.
I'm going to go Yogi Ferrell from 6X.
No way. Don't think so, buddy.
Hey, listen, I made you use your veto early. That's all that mattered to me.
Yeah, don't think so.
I'll go Brandon Knight 6X.
That's fine.
Oh, both of us use our veto. This is going to be an interesting game now. Oh, man, who's going to go 7X on this slate? There's so many options for 7X on this slate.
Yeah, it's just a ton. It just comes down to which one you want.
You know what? It's probably a little risky, but they call us tournament players for a reason. I'm going to go Brooke Lopez, 7X.
That's the one I wanted. How did you go there? God dang it.
He's been so good lately, man, and just nobody plays
I know. Him. I didn't think you were actually going to go there, though. Oh, that's the one I thought I was like. You
didn't think I was going to? Me and you talk about Brooke Lopez 10 times more than anybody.
I just thought you were going to take one of the cheap shooting guards for sure. Like, I just slipped over to center because I wasn't going to wait for you, and now I have to make the decision between all these value guys.
Right.
Oh, God. I didn't really want to have to do this decision. I think I'm going to just take Shabazz. Probably the safest of this group.
At 6 or 7X?
Oh, I have 6 and 7X left, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, let's take Shabazz for 6. And then for 7, we will take. Oh, there's so many options. Let's take. This game is harder than it looks, by the way. For all you guys who complain, like, oh, you just take so much time on the game. Like, it's harder than it looks.
I think this is one of the favorite parts of this whole podcast, so I don't think anybody's bitching too much.
Let's take Wes Matthews.
Matthews.
He's gonna play 40-something minutes with nobody else on the floor. I can't pass that up. Like, I want to take one of the Nets guys, but good luck knowing which one of those is gonna rest.
Oh man, Matthews.
He has to get 30?
No,
he has to get 30.
No, I don't hate it. Like, he's gonna play.
Is it gonna be an absolute sweat and torture chamber? Absolutely. But when he's on the floor the entire time, at least it's gonna be maximizing my torture.
Oh man, let's see here. Bust is so tough. Kevin Love.
You can't take him. He's out.
Listen, it's not going to be LeBron.
That's why I went for it first. That's why I was surprised you used your veto because it kind of killed you.
No, I'm going to take Cat.
Yeah, good luck with that. Not going to happen. You should have just let me You should have let me take Isaiah. You could have had Bledsoe, and you would have had a fighting shot.
No, yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably, but oh well.
All right, 3K.
Because I think Riley's out too. Like you definitely should let me keep Isaiah.
3K crapper.
And it has to be exactly 3K, right?
Yeah, it has to be a 3K crapper.
Oh, good God, this part's stupid.
Sometimes there's like really good plays down here, and I'm gonna say today there's not
one guy who's 3K. There's not one guy who's exactly 3K I'd play.
The only guy and I'm not gonna say his name, is Randy Foye. I don't want him. I'm just saying he's.
I hadn't grabbed all the positions. Oh, there's actually a few good plays here.
All right, so the guy I'm taking at 3K is Richard Jefferson.
Man. Oh boy.
It's hard to see Jefferson.
I kind of want to see I kind of want to say Randy Foye. God, he's just so terrible.
Randy Foye is so
this game is so stupid. We need to ask the listeners if we can make this 3,300 or less or something. Like this is just brutal.
Well, 3,500 or less would be way too easy today.
It's just 3K on the dot sometimes. It's just literally impossible.
3,200, I would definitely take Chandler Parsons.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, but that's kind of the thing. It's like, oh man, 3K on the dot. Let me take.
We could not today.
This guy played 5 against Denver the other day. It was just hilarious. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say we could change it for smaller slates and make it a higher price point moving forward. Because on a 10-game slate, there's going to be options. On a
on a 5-game slate where there's been so much value in these teams, they've priced them all up. There's just literally nothing. I literally think I'm choosing to Tyler Zeller.
All right.
That's my option. Luke Babbitt's been playing 10 minutes lately. I can't go there. I mean, he's probably the guy. He's probably the guy I have to say, but it's just the road for Tyler Zeller to be in play is if Horford's out, it's just God. I can just see Amir Johnson getting 3 quick fouls and Tyler Zeller playing 25 minutes and giving up layups. I mean, scoring layups, then giving them up around the other side. But there's no good 3K options, is what we're telling you guys.
Yes, today's the day to be in that $3,200 to $3,500 range. There's a ton of options down there.
$3,200 to $3,800 is just massively loaded.
All right.
You want to pick one of those guys for the listener, just in case the listeners why didn't you just pick one just for fun? Won't count for anything.
It's Parsons 100% for me.
Okay. For me, it would
at 3,200. He has so much upside.
Obviously, Yogi Ferrell's a good play. We talked about him. I'm not going to take someone super obvious. The super obvious ones are kind of super obvious, right? We talked about them already. Even Amir Johnson's super obvious. The one I would take is probably Carol White at 3,500 against Brooklyn. Game gets out of hand. They've been trying to get him minutes as it is. And last time these teams played, he played 27 minutes and put up 30 DK points.
All right.
I think the listeners will be happy we did that, by the way.
No, that's fine. It's all about the listeners, guys. It's all about you guys. We love you guys. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, CJ?
Yeah, the slate sucks.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with the Tuesday edition of the Morning Grind podcast. Killer B will be joining us as always. And then that's going to do it here for Siege. I'm Stevie. Good luck in your contest tonight, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.